When I came for this project, I didn't know anything about the African Disability Protocol. I didn't even know there's an organization, there's a project that teaches people their rights. That is when I learned about the African Disability Protocol, what it does and why it is in place.
My favorite part of the project was learning how to come up with advocacy messages using the African Disability Protocol, especially using the articles. And my favorite article was Article 19, which talks about the right of persons with disabilities to work.
I enjoyed the digital skilling and ADP. Reason being, the ADP makes me aware of my rights that I didn't know earlier. You use the different platforms like the X to advocate for our rights. Since I've learned the ADP, I have now the confidence to share more information about the ADP through social media.
Because we had that digital skilling, you know what to post, what to say, and what to advocate for in these different spaces.
The part which I had enjoyed most is about the African Disability Protocol, of which I had learned that it's having many or various articles. For example, Article 14, which states that all the persons with disabilities, they have the right to live in the community. Even if you're a cripple, you're physically disabled, you're visually impaired, you have that right to live in that community. Because if you're physically impaired, it doesn't mean that also your mind is disabled.
The ADP and the UN CRPD have really helped me to know my rights better than even I knew them. Yeah, like non-discrimination, which is Article 5. It tells us or informs us that persons with disability should not be discriminated regardless of their disability, color, race. We have a right to be in the community without any discrimination. Then the ADP also tells us about the equality, which is Article 6. We are all equal before the law. But when you go in courts, you find that persons with disabilities are not well represented. Like maybe example, the deaf people, you go to court, there are no interpreters. This person has to go find their own interpreters, which is really expensive for them. People are killed because of their disability, like people with albinism. They are sacrificed for ritual purposes. Persons with a disability are being left homeless. Some they are abandoned by their parents. Some are killed. So Article 11, harmful practice, gives us the right not to be harmed by the community because of our disabilities.
I knew about accessibility, but I think I needed more knowledge about it. And the session we had discussing this was a good one because it helped me understand that there are different disabilities and different needs for every disability. Yes, that is how the African Disability Protocol has changed me in a bit. My mindset has really changed because when you learn new things, you have a new approach on different things. Because now, when we are looking at a person who is from deep inside the village, who will not access technology, they can't do digital advocacy, the fact that ADP is in place, we can teach this person their rights even without social media, because we are trained and we know what to do now. We can teach with or without internet.
I learned that advocacy is good, and through advocacy we are going to air out our views, because we are having some of our members down there and they cannot speak. They are not even aware of these things. So through this advocacy, at least we are going to speak for them also.
I would like to tell other young women with disabilities who aren't able to be here today that they have a voice. They have a huge voice which they can use, whether at community level to raise awareness and to talk about things, or which they can also use social media to talk about the issues they face.
The government should put the African Disability Protocol in action. Yes, it may be in action now, but I think it needs more support, and if the government is there to support, I believe the African Disability Protocol is a good project for the country at large.
I would like to thank Disability Lane for bringing this training to us here in Ginger. I would also like to thank AD International for supporting Disability Lane to carry out this program.
I call upon the government of Uganda to domesticate the ADP, to put it in place, to be included in the Constitution of Uganda, to help us persons with disabilities from discrimination, no education, harmful practices in the environment. And also I call upon the government of Uganda to fund different organizations that are pushing the ADP beyond, to be known by different people in the community, especially persons with disabilities, to know our rights and defend ourselves.